All right, Panther scientists, here we go. We're going to take your information from your activities and put it into your notebook. Page 112. This will follow. On page 110 was your notes from the dwarf planet and planet video. There's nothing on page 111. You can leave that blank. Page 112 starts with the goal. Please write that goal down. It also has a vocabulary word. This vocabulary word is found in your packet. Before you start cutting anything, tearing it apart, find this vocabulary word and get the definition written down. Page 112 is going to have activity 1 from your packet. This should be that page where you wrote down the distances and the measurements from when you measured the room. Next page, 113. You're going to answer these review questions. You may restate the review question within your answer, or you can write the question and the answer. It's up to you. The brain work question, remember this is stuff that you're not going to find in there. You're going to have to think this one up. It says, why did scientists develop this measurement, that's the AU, when studying objects in space? What do you think their reason was for developing it? The second brain work question is, what did you do in this activity that was most like what the scientists did when they developed the AU to measure those distances in space? What part of it matched up with what they did? Next page, page 114. Write the goal. There is no vocabulary here. Activity 4 had a graph, a bar graph that you drew. Please cut out just the bar graph with the labels and put that on this page. Page 115. This is going to come from your orbit lab. This is the one where you drew the ellipses. You're going to go to your packet on the part that says exploring orbits. You're going to go to where it says background information. You're going to cut out above the background information all the way down to the diagram. That's going to go into your notebook. You might have to do some gluing and folding here to make everything fit. Then you're going to go to your last page of that activity, and you're going to cut out the page that says, the part that says eccentricity formula, all the way down to the bottom of the table. Again, you can glue and fold to make it fit. Then you're going to go to the brain work. When you look at your eccentricity table, this is what you found for your ellipses. You might want to look at your picture too, so you can sort of look at the colors and those things. When an eccentricity is close to 0, so it's a really small number, that means it's close to being a circle. When the number is closer to 1, it's more of an ellipse. It's more spread out on the ends. Using this information, write and answer the following question. What can you state about the orbits of the various planets? And here I've given you the eccentricities of the planets. You don't have to write these down. You can pause your video and just look at them. And then you're going to give me 2 to 3 sentences. You might group some of these together and say what their eccentricity tells you about their orbits. Okay, feel free to pause now if you want to have that in front of you while you write those statements. Page 116, now we're talking about the order of the planets. In this one, there's no vocabulary. You're going to cut out your diagram from activity 2 and put it down here for the lesson. You can make it fit however you want, either left to right or up and down. For review questions, you'll probably need to go to your how far is far diagram that you made with your partners. It says, what feature or object in space separates the inner planets and outer planets? You can restate that question by saying the blank separates the inner and outer planets in space. And then your brain work, you want to look at that diagram and describe the spacing of the first 4 planets compared to the spacing of the other objects on your diagram. All right, that'll do it for pages 112 to 117. Don't throw your packet away yet, the stuff that you have left. If you have scraps and stuff that you cut out, you can recycle those. If you have any full pages left, hang on to those. We might use those for some other things we're working on. You may rewatch this video as many times as you need to get everything in there. Go back and pause it, rewind it, listen to the instructions till you get all your pages in.